carry on. A decision which was very controversial, and the criticism he received for that did hurt, which is one big reason why tonight is so important.
It's make or break for me. I have to go into this fight and win in good style and look really good in this fight. Not only just go in there and pull off a good win, or a normal win, I have to pull off a good win, just so people forget about the Crawford fight. I mean, even though, look, there's a lot of talk about it. I mean, I was hit with a low shot. Imagine if I hit him with that low shot, what would have happened? There's still unfinished business there, and I really feel that I should get a chance one day again to fight Crawford again in a rematch, because we can settle our score the right way. But I am a little bit upset on how it all ended. So that's why I want to put it behind me quickly. I mean, I've been having sleepless nights thinking about that fight. So now with this fight against Billy Dib, I want to make sure that I get a win and I get back on winning ways again.
People have talked a lot about that low blow. You would have been hit low in your fights. What was your reaction, your attitude when you were hit low?
Well, you know, it's always one of those sort of things when you get hit low. It can really knock the wind out of yourselves, and that's what happened down there, I'm sure. Now, whether you could have continued, not only him or the real truth behind me, it was definitely a low blow. I think that in some organisations are given up to 5 minutes to recover. He was given ample time to recover, but the corner decided to take him out of the fight. So it's his own conscience that gets to wrestle with, really. Could he continue? Could he not continue? Only he knows the real truth.
But you continued, did you?
I continued. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, most boxers will tell you they'd rather go out on their shield. You know, you get hit with a low blow, you get time to recover, and you're not about to. So you know what, I'm not gonna, I can't go through with it. You're going to continue, as I did, and several other boxers that I know have done. So you have to just bite down when it comes to it, and go through it.
You've seen that criticism obviously hurt him because the way that he's talking there. And he either wants a Terence Crawford rematch or Manny Pacquiao. He wants one last big payday, which is completely fair enough. We're in the ring and getting hit all the time, you know.
Right then, hopefully we are live. We've got everything sorted out on my end. Let's have a quick look.
And it will never come there. But he is absolute boxing. I promise you. You know, every time he fights against set-out crowds, you know, he goes great TV. He is good to watch. He's exciting to watch, and he's exciting because he's vulnerable. You know, he has been
Right then, hopefully we are live. We've got everything sorted out on my end. Let's have a quick look. Right then, hopefully you are live. We've got everything sorted out on my end.
As well, Fury in action. He wants another crack at a world heavyweight title, so he needs to put down a marker against the former champion Samuel Peter, and that is live on 5 next.
Okay, so I can see Tommy Temper. We'll see his comment. Big up, Ames. Great to see you doing your thing. I'm currently on a hangout on the channel. I'll be popping in and out. That's fair enough. Not a problem at all. When I'm done, I'll probably come on as well. I've been saying I'll come on, so not a problem at all. So yeah, we've got Khan versus Billy Dib. Bit of a strange one. Well, fight nights have been a little bit sparse, and it's kind of now picking up, I suppose. But yeah, so we're going to talk about this fight as well as what's going on, not only on the action, but also about the fighters, some of this week's news, what I have coming up in terms of schedule, and talking about some of the upcoming fights this week and next week. Obviously, tomorrow we've got Dubois versus Gorman and Jennings versus Joyce, which is a pretty good card actually, as well as next week being a really stacked card. You've got White, you've got Rivas, you have David Allen versus David Price as well, which can be really good. Crack. You got Lawrence Okoli in that fight as well. But I'm very likely going to be streaming my reaction to the Joyce versus Jennings fight and Dubois Gorman. I think that would be great. Yeah, like I said, it's been really kind of slow, so it's good to finally get something, business kind of picking up. Even if maybe you think Khan versus Dib is a bit of a nothing fight, at least it's something better than what we've got recently. I thought that the Prince Patel versus Michelle Banquez would be on, and unfortunately it's not. I tried to see if I could find somewhere that was had it on, but I couldn't see anything at all. But I've been reading, and let me just get it up now. If the like a round by round kind of ticker of what has been going on. And it seemed in the first 3 rounds everything had been going to Banquez, so it looked like it was going to be a decision to Banquez, and Prince Patel, you know, maybe getting found out. So let's have a quick look. I'm just pulling it up right now. I was going to talk a little bit about Prince Patel because obviously I thought the fight would be on here, but I guess not. But I can streamline my notes a little bit quickly and tell you kind of what I think about Prince Patel. But let's have a look. So Prince Patel loses to Michel Banquez. Fight goes a distance. There can be no doubt about the winner. Gets the nod of 119 to 109. Same with the second judge of 118, 110. So that's it. That's it for Patel. I mean, did he get dominated? Let's have a look at what they're saying. Yeah. It just looks like he was in control. Not like like he was getting dominated or anything like that. Obviously, I haven't seen the fight, but it just looks like he was in total control the whole time, which is a shame. It would have been good to have a nice heel back in boxing, but I guess it's just not Prince Patel who's going to be that one. So yeah, Samuel Peter is on this card against Hughie Fury. That's the chief support to this. If you hit the subscribe button, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you hit the subscribe button, hopefully my Samuel Peter notification should come up. But yeah, the guy made it into like meme culture, didn't he? With his Who Next interview against is it Makaev? And he's like 38. I didn't know he was 38. I thought he'd be older than that. The guy's been around for a while. I remember reading like his "I'm coming back" kind of newsletter thing. Saying this about his return. I was a bit shocked because I thought he'd be a lot older than he was, but beating that guy who won the WBC championship against, that was 11 years ago, and he's still around. 38, I mean, heavyweights have done it before. I mean, boxers in general have done it before, being older and still going on and being competitive. Klitschko was there till about the 40s, so yeah, Samuel Peter's in the ring right now. He looks exactly the same as he did all those years ago. Just seeing it on YouTube, yeah, he looks very similar. I saw him fight someone. Is it Meridia or something like that? I saw him fight that guy on YouTube, and he looked decent. He didn't look like he was wasted. It was only one round, and it was like a minute's worth of that round in round 5, trying to knock this guy out, and he knocked him down. So I mean, in terms of like who wins, I have like no idea. I mean, do you say Fury, who, you know, he's had losses on his record. He's lost to Parker. And Pulev on points. He doesn't really punch hard comparatively for a heavyweight. So I imagine this will either end up on points or a knockout by Samuel Peter. He's got to have that still in him. I mean, power's one of the last things to go, they say. So there's that eventuality on the table that Samuel Peter might knock out Hughie Fury, but you'd imagine that Hughie Fury has enough on his enough skills wise to be able to handle a 38-year-old who's, what are they doing? I think they're just announcing the is it a singer? Is he a singer? Oh, someone's gone back to the dressing room, and it just looks really it's very a little bit amateur right now. As Fury's gone back to his dressing room, apparently. Peter's in the ring right now. They've cut away from the action. I don't know what's going on there. It's very strange. But yeah, I mean, I watched a clip of that fight against a guy called Heredia. He looked alright. He's going for the knockout to knock him down. Apparently he lost that fight on points or something. But I mean, it has to go either one way. It's going to be a knockout or it's going to be on points. I don't see Fury knocking Heredia out. Fury's 24. I thought Hughie Fury was a lot older than that. I mean, who knows? I don't see Fury knocking out Peter, but it could happen. But I think this goes long. I think this ends on points. I think Fury does it on points. And I think it kind of has to go long because this is scheduled to go on till 11. So there'll be a lot of filler if this doesn't go the distance. Which means as well it might be a little bit boring, unfortunately. But maybe Samuel Peter can do something. But must be a lot of money on the line to get, in any sense anyway, for Fury to be fighting in Jeddah and then fighting against Samuel Peter. It's a very strange one. Maybe Samuel Peter can. So they're talking about the commentary that Samuel Peter shouldn't be waiting to bring it all. It is. That's not. Hugh Fury should be ready to fight, and Samuel Peter's just pacing around. A little bit crap for him, to be honest with you. So whilst we're waiting for for Fury to actually get into the ring, they're calling him in the ring now, so it should be anytime soon. We'll go back onto Prince Patel. So Prince Patel, I didn't know much about him in the first instance, and I still don't know much about him. He's coming out to Can't Be Rocked, which is great. Hugh Fury is classic boxing song. A lot of boxers seem to love coming out of this. It's Roy Jones Jr., isn't it, who sings this one or raps this one? Yeah, and I wanted to look into Prince Patel. I literally heard of him a little bit from the Boxing Asylum in a kind of, and in other senses, in a kind of like, you know, joking sense, you know, and it kind of led me to a Barry McGuigan interview with Prince Patel. I think they were on Box Nation, and where he just literally went at Barry, calling him the forgotten champion, which was such a low blow. Personally, I don't think I haven't really seen much of Barry's career. I've watched quite a bit of boxing. I'm going to get to Barry McGuigan's career, but I haven't seen a lot of it. But yeah, like, I know him from his commentary, and I find his commentary quite entertaining. I just think like that's, from a boxing perspective point of view, to call out like a boxer like that and say, you know, he's forgotten, or he's he's just forgotten. It's just not what you do. I get healing it up. I think Prince Patel is one of those people that I've seen like a Nassim Hamed, seen probably WWE, and just thought, yeah, I'll heal it up. I'll ruffle some feathers to my way to getting some notoriety. But I just think he's gone the wrong way about it. And then you look even further into his career, and like you see, just going on BoxRec, you see like he's been fighting in Budapest, in Egypt, in Czech Republic. It's all very strange. I don't get what he's doing. I mean, if he's making money from it, then fair enough. I imagine he's been making money from coming to Jeddah to fight Banquez, but yeah, I mean, this kind of puts the cats among the pigeons for him in that sense, because he's lost. So I guess people can then like not take him seriously, essentially, and just see him as the bit of the meme of what he is. I mean, I watched the Kugan Cassius thing. I'm not really one for beefs, but I came across this clip again as the guys from the Boxing Asylum discussed it. Not really one for beefs, but they talked about Kugan Cassius in this clip, which is about 15 seconds long, stating that Kugan was going to cave Patel's head in. Now, for what for, I don't know. No one knows the context of it. No one knows what happened. But yeah, it's just a clip of Kugan proper ripping into Patel, and Patel just on his phone, just ignoring it, or like sheepishly ignoring it. But yeah, I mean, for now, he's got that loss on his record. If he's going to come back and maybe take it a bit more serious, then he can always come back, definitely. I'd say so myself. But yeah, I think this kind of says it for him. Like, the talk was just talking. Barry McGuigan, he said it in the interview that I watched with him. He said, you know, he doesn't think he's world beater, and Barry McGuigan gets the last laugh, I suppose. But not that it was about that. I think McGuigan's gracious enough to be like, well, you know, I'd want to see any fighter progress in their career. 100%. I think he's one of those types. But yeah, is what it is with Prince Patel. Samuel, they're doing Huey versus Samuel Peter. Sorry, Fury versus Peter, but they're putting Huey and Samuel. Peter just went straight for the left hook, lunged in, and just went straight on the floor. But yeah, Sonny Edwards, yeah, he's proper going for it. That's what I was saying to you. Like, it's not conceivable that there wouldn't be a knockout. He's going to go for it 100%. And Fury has to, quote unquote, walk the tightrope. So it's not. I wouldn't be shocked to see, because that's how Peter's going to win. So I wouldn't be shocked to see the knockout, because that must be the game plan. But yeah, you look at Sonny Edwards. Yeah, if you Google Sonny Edwards Prince Patel and look at Sonny Edwards' Twitter, you'll see the caliber of opponent that Prince Vitali's been going up against. And that guy that he faces in that clip on Twitter, no disrespect to him, but I think it could have been me, that guy, if I'd shed some weight. And I think I would have put in a little bit better performance against that sort of person. But yeah, just not meant to be for him. I suppose he can come back. And let's focus on now the first round of Peter versus Fury. Yeah, I think it's pretty much just a feeling out process at the moment. Fury's just, it's weird to talk about Fury and then see Huey Fury. So maybe I'll call him Huey instead of Fury. And they've got Samuel instead of Peter. I thought it was Peter. Whatever. Good body shot from Fury there. To going into the last minute of the first round. And again, Samuel Peter now trying to put him on. He looks so much similar to the one of 10 years ago or so. Fair enough, he must have been keeping himself in quite a bit of shape. So yeah, whilst this is on, whilst the round is about to close, got a lot more boxing content coming on the channel. I have a video on the shit that boxing fans say. Check it out. It's on the AJ versus Ruiz loss, and I have a series on the Contender, which I'm just starting. First episode's out. First episode's 80 minutes long, so it's quite long, but there's like some jokes and memes in there. It's really funny. I would say so myself. But if you not sure if you want to watch it, then check out the intro, which is like 4 or 5 minutes long, and that will kind of give you an idea of how I'm going to go about it. And then you'll see if you like it or not, I think. But I think the intro video will give you kind of an idea of how I'm going about it. I think for the future, the next video I'm going to put out will probably be another shit boxing fan say, probably on this card, the Khan versus Dib fight, and as well then the Gorman versus Dubois fight. I'll do a video on that, see what the boxing fans kind of think of it. I've already seen some comments of what people are saying about Amir Khan on his Twitter, so I think a lot of people will be saying quite a few things about Amir Khan on this card. But I mean, can you really begrudge him for, you know, taking 7 million at this stage in his career? I can't. Boxers' careers are very, you know, they're very risky in terms of your health. They're kind of short-lived in the grand scheme of things. So taking 7 million, I don't begrudge him, to be fair. Fury just pieced him with the right hand, and then takes a bit of a brisk walk. Can't. Boxer's careers. Ooh. So Samuel Peter just went for like a overhand right, and just missed. Fury saw it coming. It was telegraphed quite a bit, so Fury got out of the way. Fury's showing a bit of skill, to be fair, in handling someone like Samuel Peter. But it's just always there. That possibility is always there for him to catch him. Ooh, that overhand right caught Fury, I think. I think it was blocked a little bit, but it got through. You've got to be aware of Peter's power, especially in the early rounds. Once he gets tired, I mean, that'll be the chance for maybe Fury to, maybe in the later rounds, late second half of the fight, then he'll have that opportunity to kind of do a bit more. But at the moment, Fury's trying to jab his way, circle circle his way around the ring. It's a large ring, a really big ring actually. Circle his way around the ring and just pick his shots. There you go. Now Samuel Peter's doing some work. He's trying to catch him on the back of the ropes and then launch into Fury as he tries to get out, which is good. It's decent work, but he's got to do more of that, have more of those opportunities, because Fury's taking the centre of the ring and backing Samuel Peter up, not in any kind of strength kind of way, but just by being persistent with him with the jab. It switches again now with Samuel Peter now pushing Huey to the back. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of like, in a way, the Parker versus Lee Pie fight, but without as much connective punch output from Huey. And that was a fight where I don't think there was enough to say that you stop it. There wasn't enough like successive shots to stop that, in my opinion. So it might go that same sort of way, which is just a long 12-round fight where Fury just keeps doing enough to win the rounds and just tries to avoid those heavy shots.
4.3 million men in the UK experience erectile problems. Viagra Connect is available without prescription.
Get free sale tickets to unmet experiences and be at the heart of the action. With the powerful backing of American Express. Don't live life without it.
Samuel Peter standing instead of sitting down. I never get that. Why would you choose to, in your minute break, to stand as opposed to sit? Don't know if it's just a preference thing, if it actually does mean anything at all, but I'd sit down in the 2 minutes that I get, 2-minute rounds that I do in boxing when I'm sparring and I get the chance to rest. I'll hunch over and rest however I can, get the weight off my feet. So yeah, I mean, Samuel Peter is back in the day. I wasn't really watching boxing back then, but back in the day, I know that he had a bit about him. He's fought some good fighters. He fought the Klitschko's. He lost to both the Klitschko's. He lost to Pulev as well. He beat Jamil McLean. I remember he obviously beat Maskayev to win the WBC title, which is where that meme originated from. That's, I think, casually, which is probably kind of my scope, or maybe intermediary. That's probably where you know Samuel Peter mostly from. That meme, it's gone around the blocks. It's very funny. He's beat James Toney as well. I've just seen that as well for the NABF heavyweight title. Yeah, he's been in some good fights and he's beaten some good fighters. I just don't know where his aspirations are. I don't know if it's a money thing or he's legitimately looking to get back into heavyweight contention. Because where from here, should Fury win, where does he go? Where does this win put Fury back, Huey Fury back? I don't really know. I don't really know what he kind of gets from this. And then Samuel Peter, should he win, good right hand, and then Fury then smothers Peter to stop him from retaliating. Where then does Samuel Peter go? I wouldn't be shocked if the other Fury fought Samuel Peter if Peter was able to win. Just be an easy fight for him, wouldn't it? But yeah, I mean, I don't know where he would go from there. Difficult to tell. It's just a strange fight in general. Ginger Ale DMG, which channel is it? It's on channel 5. If you go into channel 5 terrestrial TV, it's straight on there. If you haven't already subscribed, do subscribe to the channel. The notification should come up. It's a Samuel Peter notification of the Who Next interview itself. But yeah, Ginger Ale, it's on channel 5. And then the Khan fight is on afterwards as well. Low blow from Samuel Peter to Huey. No worries, mate. No worries, Ginger Ale. There's literally just like no atmosphere at all at the moment in Jeddah. I think it'll pick up when Amir Khan comes through, because I mean, I'd imagine the Saudi Arabian crowd don't know who either of these are. Maybe they might know Samuel Peter. There's this thing about, I don't know if you've heard this, I don't know if it's the same sort of prince who's organised this event, but the prince that was pushing for the WWE event, when they signed that ridiculous deal, which is like 45 million every year for 10 years to host 2 shows per year from the WWE, they requested at their greatest Royal Rumble for Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior to appear in that greatest Royal Rumble. Now, the Yokozuna has been dead 20 years, and Ultimate Warrior died back in like 2014 or somewhere around that period. So it could be on request that Samuel Peter was asked to be there, because he might remember Samuel Peter from then. I wouldn't be surprised if they asked for Klitschko in there and tried to throw a load of money at Klitschko as well to get him back. But I mean, with the Saudi Arabians looking to bring more entertainment to Saudi Arabia, we're probably going to see more of these boxing events here. The WBSS was there not so long ago. This fight is there, and I think Amir Khan could be their kind of headline fighter, because you know, he's got heritage in that sort of region. Obviously, I think it's Pakistan. So he could kind of be their fighter. He could earn a lot of money from doing shows. I think the Manny Pacquiao fight was verbally agreed many years ago, but now with the Saudis bankrolling Amir Khan and looking to put on good fights, Amir Khan versus Manny Pacquiao fight, I wouldn't say is out the realms of the possibility. I think it's very possible that fight actually happens next. Should Khan's going to come through, but should Pacquiao beat Thurman, and even if Pacquiao doesn't beat Thurman, I think there's still enough of interest there, especially for Saudi Arabians, to have that fight on there. It's massive, absolutely massive. In fact, let me just read this here out to you. So, oh, is it another low blow? I don't know if they're saying it's another low blow. The crowd oohed there. Don't know what that means. I missed it because I'm trying to. A point deduction for Samuel Peter. Let's have a look. Samuel Peter's bending down. He's down low. Yeah. And then that's ridiculous. It's a veteran move. Hits the low blow, and then whilst Fury's kind of complaining about the low blow, Samuel Peter clocks him on the head. Probably just frustrated, I suppose. So here we go. Here it is. So it's looking to meet the champion Pacquiao, or the 8-weight world champion Pacquiao, for them to meet finally in Jeddah on November 9th. So you got a date there. The Prince Saud bin Mishal Al Saud of the royal family said, yes, that's what we're working on. We will get that for here and hopefully make it happen. It would be amazing if we could make it happen. We have a big Pakistani population here, Filipino population, and a boxing population. Fans from all around the region come enjoy the fight of this magnitude in the kingdom, which has never happened before. Saint Khan is a good friend of his. Big following in the UK, the US, and Saudi Arabia too. Khan is a massive name in Saudi Arabia. We'll try to bring many combat sports to the kingdom, including boxing and more big events like this. We would like Tyson Fury and the other great heavyweights. We want them all to come here and fight here. We are putting a lot of work into that, and hopefully you will hear good news in the future. So there you go. That's it from the Prince himself, saying that he wants to bring Tyson Fury there. He wants to bring Manny Pacquiao and Khan for November there. That's probably most likely to happen. I don't know if... Oh, Tyson Fury might be there himself, actually. I have no idea. But they were talking about how the Fury-Klitschko rematch would have been on a boat, wouldn't it? And there was a lot of like money on the table for that to happen. Whether it's about the money for Fury to go over to Saudi Arabia, or he's got that deal with anyway in America, so maybe down the line in a few years you might see Tyson Fury, if Jeddah kind of gets established as a boxing venue, you might see Tyson Fury there. Probably not straight in the future, but that's what they're pushing for, and they've got the money to bankroll it. They've got the money to bankroll Tyson Fury and these big other names to Jeddah. Lots of money is there. They're trying to shift the entertainment, shift their outlook from the world by bringing all these entertainment things in. Obviously boxing, obviously WWE, and then there's Jeddah Fest as well, trying to get people to the country. So totally get it. This is a big way to do it, holding these events. Big fights. I need an entertaining fights. I need to do that. Huey versus Samuel isn't that, but it's a start. They're the Fury name is a Fury name, and Samuel Peter is someone who's known. So this is a start for Jeddah and this eventuality to bring someone like Tyson. It's kind of funny, but it's funny because it's also really possible. So we're in round 5, and for me, Fury's won all the rounds. Peter's not really been able to land at all. Fury's it's like the equivalent of a football training session at the moment. I think probably I would hope and think around round 8 or 9, Fury will kind of show more and hit more, because I think coupled with the tiredness and fatigue, Peter won't be as strong, won't be able to knock him out. So it's probably more likely for that to happen. Fury keeps trying to jab and then hit the overhand right as well, which is kind of what he's been doing a lot through this, and Peter's obviously seen it but keeps getting tagged with it. It's very easy at the moment for Huey. Peter again. Jeez, Peter. The ref yells break. The ref yells break, and Peter again looks to hit on the break and on. Yeah, look. So they're clinching. Another low blow. It's another low blow, and then 2 rights to the head, 1 to the head and 1 to the back of the head, and the ref is having a real big word with Peter. Possible close to a disqualification. If it happens again, I think Peter's going to get disqualified. Don't think they're taking off another point, but it'd be just it would be a strange ending to a very strange match for Peter to get disqualified. Who knows? Right, they've started again, which is good. You gotta see less of that though. It's blatant. It's not like you know, on the board or anything. It's just blatant low blows. I think he's getting frustrated with being clinched and trying to work in the clinch as well, and he's just not able to. So Peter's offense is just getting negated, and then it leads to him getting frustrated, and then 2 low blows. But I mean, that will just play into Fury's hands, because he'll get the disqualification win. Doesn't matter, because he's been winning this. There would be no real controversy. Fury now Peter now trying to up the work rate, because of the slower this fight is fought at, the slower pace of the fight is fought at, it obviously favors Fury. So Peter's gonna try and negate him getting clinched, so then you can punch. Peter's just tried to hit a hook, I think it was, which missed wildly, and Huey's did the old trying to show that it missed quite a lot, by quite a distance. So that round ends again. They've got 2 hours to fill, and Huey Fury is going to fill it, isn't he? With boxing the way he boxes. No even sniff of a knockout at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. Who knows? If you're new here, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I do boxing from a little bit of a different perspective, try to put in some memes and some jokes. I've got a series called The Contender that I'm working on, if you remember it from back in the day. The Contender was a great TV show. I loved watching it then. I love watching it now. I throw in some jokes, some memes, a bit of funny things, a bit of skits. There's an intro video for the series, which is like 4 or 5 minutes long. Check it out. If you like it, you'll like the first video, which is about 18 minutes long, but I think it's quite funny. I think it's quite good. I think you'll enjoy it. And I've got a video called Shitboxing Fans Say on the AJ vs Ruiz fight, which includes things like the match was fixed, which is just crazy, and then stuff like AJ was cloned. Good right hand there from Samuel Peter. But yeah, do check those out and do subscribe if you're into that sort of stuff. But for now, we've got Huey versus Peter, and one right hand got through, which is not bad. But that's about it, really. Yeah, so this is where I think we'll see Huey do a lot more than he has been, because we're in the second half of the fight. Naturally, they'll get tired, and naturally I think that will mean Fury can take a few more risks. He's very risk averse, but a few more risks can be taken from Fury. And it's literally good jab. It's very much a similar sort of way that the Parker-Leopold fight went, except Leopold just shipped a lot more punishment, and there won't be enough for this to get stopped unless it's going to be by the disqualification. What is the one of the cornermans is coming, like, coming into the middle of the ring and like wiping the floor. He's supposed to do that from the outside. Bloody idiot. Ooh. Another. Right. The referee has jumped in again. And it's another hit from on the back of the head. I think the ref. Oh, it's another low blow. The ref has missed that low blow, but he saw the overhand right. It's starting to get rough, and that's what Peter needs. Starting to close the distance and gotten a few good shots. That's exactly what Samuel Peter needs to turn this into his sort of fight. Just cut out the low blows. Cut out the low blows. So, there we go. I think even the commentators and I myself are a little bit bored. This fight is pretty much a non-event at the moment. So, URO, Ugar Ramos or Stasov, hopefully I've said that right. What channel is the fight? The fight is on channel 5 in the UK. So if you've got channel 5, switch it on. Free fight, you got Huey Fury versus Samuel Peter as the chief undercard. You had Michel Banquez versus Prince Patel as well, but that wasn't televised. And then the main event is Khan versus Dib. So in the UK, it's on channel 5. No worries, fella. Yeah, I mean, this just needs something to happen. Fury to step it up, which I don't think he will. You got Chuck Liddell and Lennox Lewis, and that's Israel Adesanya as well. I think that was in attendance, sitting on sofas. A little bit strange. Good shot from Huey. Fury showing some shades of Ali. I'm not too sure. He's showing good footwork, showing good movement. The way to deal with this type of fighter. Shades of Ali. Not there yet. Not there yet with that. I don't think it's that type of performance, but it's good. It's exactly the way you deal with someone like Samuel Peter. You want to avoid getting hit by that right hand by all costs. There are a lot of stars here, man. I don't know if they're being paid to turn up, or I imagine that if they've got like free tickets, I mean that's going to be a given, but also being paid to turn up as well. Because Chuck Liddell, like Tiger's there, Rick Ross is there, Chuck Liddell, Israel Adesanya I saw is there. There's got to be other fighters. There's a lot of other celebrities are there as well. I just don't see why those type of celebrities would fly all the way over to Saudi Arabia for Khan versus Dib. Bit of a strange one. So it's Mick Hennessy's catchphrase. Oh right, okay. Yeah, I think I remember that. What's happened here? Peter's holding his shoulder. What is going on here? What is going on here? Right, so the clinch. And then they're holding still. Another low blow. 2 low blows. Then the right hand. Then the left hand. The right hand. And then... And then what? He's saying that he's got pain in his arm, in his left arm. They're saying his shoulder might have come out. No idea. Yeah, Mick Hennessy's catchphrase. Yeah, shades of Ali. Yeah, defo. Yeah, I guess so. Just gotta get my charger for my laptop. 1 second. Right, I'm back. So yeah, the doctor's coming in to assess him, and he's shaking his head. So if he doesn't want to continue, like, how can the doctor make the assessment of the shoulder coming out? Maybe they have that ability to do so, but the doctor's really not going to tell him, yeah, you can continue if he doesn't want to continue. So I don't know what's going on here at all. All very strange. All very, very strange. He's shaking his head. I don't want to fight with one hand, he's saying. So, yeah, I think they're stopping this fight. They're going to stop this. I don't know why it's academic at this point. Oh, the ref's got one, I think. The ref's bleeding from the nose. So the ref's taking one as well. Yeah, 2 low blows. The ref tries to come in. Then Peter tries to get into work, and then the ref gets clipped a little bit on the nose, yeah. Ref, I think he gets part of the glove on the nose. So the ref weighs him off and then puts his hand on the shoulder of Samuel Peter. Samuel Peter immediately shoves him off. So he might actually be in pain from the shoulder. I have no idea what's happened. So a weird fight gets a weird ending, as it's probably deserved. What to say? I guess we get some filler before the Khan versus Dib fight. It's so strange. No idea. No idea.
It's been a masterclass in refereeing, to be honest. Huey Fury has the win.
Strange. So strange.
I feel sorry for Peter for obvious reasons in a wider context, and Fury tonight as well. He might not have been at his best, but in a way it's a thankless task, Richie, and the ending farcical too.
Yeah, the ref's got an ref's bleeding from his nose. It's hilarious. Oh no.
Just that glancing block.
What a strange, strange fight and a strange ending. You got paid for it, I suppose. Got paid for those 7 rounds.
Fury gets the win.
Would that class has been retiring? You know, from the fight.
We won't see again.
Why come back to do that though? Why come back to just low blow the guy? Oh dear.
The referee for the way it ended, but he can thank him for still being in there in the first place. That wasn't the great
Strange one. Very strange.
minutes or so Richie Woodall for the sport, was it?
No, it wasn't. I thought the tactics from Fury were correct at the start of the contest. Box at long range, keep the movement going.
Yeah, so that was, I think, pretty much what I wanted. The fight to end prematurely. Not go the 12 rounds, because it would just be more of the same. Not much of a tightrope to walk in the end for Fury.
Handled it pretty well. It's not a brilliant performance from him. He'll know that. He probably stepped up and
Yeah, it's not a brilliant performance, but he's done enough. I mean, he could have handled this however he wanted, and he did. And that's what happened. So where does it go from here? No idea. Don't lift that left hand of Samuel Peter, otherwise you'll have a problem.
He won't be happy, and he will feel it's time to move onwards and upwards now.
Okay, Fury's getting a post-fight interview. Let's see what he says. If he calls out anyone.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Can't hear a word he's saying. This is brilliant from Channel 5. I think they're booing because they can't hear him either. No idea what they're saying.
Well, that was an extraordinary fight, wasn't it? And a win in the
They're just cutting away from the interview now. Glenn McCrory, man, he used to be on Sky loads, and now he just went. Don't know what happened with him. Now he's back here. He looks totally different. If that is Glenn McCrory, I think it is. Looks completely different. But yeah, good time to go to a break because, yeah, strange.
Henry Dyser, paperboy, 1904, helped on his rounds by his best friend. 10 years later, he went to war, leaving behind his wife Eliza. Soon, Henry was in the paper himself, commended for bravery.
I am going to be back in a second. Just going to get some water. 2 minutes or less. Right.
Yes, I mean, he's 33 years of age, isn't he? So
Right then. I have... There's a lesson learned here, because I've been muted, I think, this whole time while I've been talking. I'm not sure if that's how long it's been going on for, but it's what it is. So now I'm back, which is good. The Khan versus... Khan's making his way to the ring now. Billy Dib's made his way already. Man, I don't know where I've stopped off from. Let's try and find out. That is annoying. Oh, that's annoying. So I've been muted for 15 minutes. Oh dear. That's a lesson learned. Oh well, no worries. So we now got the fighters walking into the ring. I did acknowledge Martin Gibbons. Samuel Peter could be dangerous, yeah, if he fell on you while you were sleeping. Get ya. I wouldn't want to wake up from a coma after having Samuel Peter landed on me. He's a heavy guy. Now the Jeddah crowd are proper into it, chanting for Amir. But yeah, like Billy Who, Connor's quitter and a coward, it's still Brook. What will the fight do for either of them now? Is that Wiz Khalifa? I don't really know my rappers too well. I don't think that is Wiz Khalifa. But Khan's now walking to the ring. Yeah, what will the fight do now? Because they're both past it, both past their prime. So why would it matter now to duck Brook? And like, is ducking Brook by fighting Crawford still a duck? So I don't think so. If you're fighting a better fighter who's in their prime, as opposed to Brook who's not and Khan who isn't. So it would only satisfy the grudge match between themselves and maybe, thousands of boxing fans, but not where it was beforehand. So is it really that much of a fight for him, especially when you're in Saudi Arabia now and you can make all your money? I don't know. I don't think it's necessary for him to take that fight now. Am I on? So yeah, that's my opinion on Khan, Duck and Brook. I just think, if you've got this this deal in Jeddah, if you can fight fights in Jeddah where you're getting a load of money, 7 million, you can make your money in Jeddah now. At this stage of your career, don't begrudge Khan taking any sort of payday because he's obviously not as good as he used to be, but he can still have some interesting fights, good fights. That Pacquiao fight's there for him. Apparently there's a verbal agreement, so I'm not sure where I left off in terms of being muted when I muted myself, but I'll just repeat again. With the Saudi Arabians bankrolling this whole thing, trying to get more entertainment in, they can just throw money at Pacquiao, finally get that Pacquiao fight in Jeddah, bring those fights to this city, and Amir finally gets that fight, and then maybe he can finally retire. But would I rather see Amir Khan versus Pacquiao or Amir Khan versus Kell Brook? I think that's an easy choice for me, and I'd rather see Amir Khan versus Pacquiao. I wouldn't want to see two. So they're all probably past it. Pacquiao's not prime anymore, but an Amir Khan versus Pacquiao fight is more of a competitive fight for me and an entertaining fight for me than an Amir Khan versus Kell Brook fight, personally. That's just the way I see it, how I see it. So I think that as this fight is about to start, I think that Amir Khan's going to blast him out in one round. Colin Burns, what channel is it on? So the fight is on channel 5, terrestrial TV. Switch on to channel 5 and it's straight on there. If you're new here, do subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more boxing content, a lot of boxing content that make you laugh. If you do check it out, you're more than welcome to. But this is on channel 5, so switch on your TV and put it on. But I think it's not going to last that long. If I was a betting man, I would put $5 on this going 1 round, which actually would have won you some money. I think that's how it's going to happen. I mean, there's still 40 minutes of this left to go. So I think channel 5 are probably wanting this to last longer than 5 minutes. Oh, 1 round. Sorry, 3 minutes. But that's how I see it going, a la Low Greco. Yeah, but I mean, it's one of those things. If Khan does try to entertain the crowd and make it go long, then Khan is just one of those people that you can still get caught, even if by Billy Dib. It doesn't matter who it is. Khan's able to get caught. I mean, what was it, the Vargas fight? I mean, Vargas was supposed to be someone who's passed it and a bit of a puncher, but someone who Khan would be able to get through, and Vargas managed to knock him down. So Khan just can't lose concentration at any moment against Billy Dib, otherwise he'll get caught out, like we've seen Khan get caught out before. But yeah, I think they'll get a crowd be entertained by a first round blowout, just like the Birmingham fans were. So I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. But so yeah, I'll see if I regret me not being a gambling man and not putting a $5 on Khan by knockout in the first round. Doesn't matter too much anyway in the long scheme of things, but that would be my kind of tip for this. I think they're doing national anthems. It's just all a bit kind of the pageantry of this. I thought there'd be more of a spectacular kind of ring walkout for Amir Khan, but there wasn't, unfortunately. I do wonder how much Billy Dib is getting paid for this as well. If Khan's getting 7 million, then Dib, I don't think, is getting anywhere near that. But fair play to him for stepping in. But yeah, if this didn't come up beforehand, if I did mute myself then, which lesson learned. But yeah, the Prince is bankrolling this, and he says himself, we're working on it. We're working on the Pacquiao fight. Amazing if we make it happen. Big boxing crowd, Filipino crowd, Saudi Arabian crowd, and boxing crowd in general. He's saying that he wants Tyson Fury and other great heavyweights and other great fighters to come and fight in Jeddah. And I think down the line it's entirely possible. They've got just a ridiculous amount of money to facilitate that. So I think we might see it in the future. But yeah, like, I don't begrudge at this point, at this stage of career. I'm an Amir Khan fan. However, I acknowledge that he's not as good as he used to be. And I think with boxers having short careers, don't begrudge him taking any sort of fight right now. 25 years. Billy Dib is not 25 years old, so they've got that wrong. What is going on here? 25 years? Billy Dib is not 25 years old. What is that about? Billy Dib is 33 years old. What's the 25 years about? Amir Khan, 33 years. What are they doing? Did I read that wrong? I don't think I did. Anyway, I don't begrudge Khan taking 7 million to fight in Saudi Arabia, and he could take these fights and get loads of money, these type of fights here. I don't begrudge seeing Khan in fun fights at this point, knowing that obviously Khan has had a good career. He's not as good as he used to be. I'd love to see like a Khan versus Broner. Broner would get under Khan's skin 100% quite easy. I'd love to see Danny Garcia rematch, even though I think Danny Garcia would win that, probably more emphatically. The Kelbrook one, it's there, it's still there. Maybe the interest has waned, but I think there would still be enough to sell out venues in the UK. Definitely not Wembley, it's past that point. But I just don't think Khan needs that fight at the point. Kelbrook needs that fight. Khan doesn't. He's making money in Saudi Arabia, he's got a following, and he could just ride his coattails for the next 3 years and make a load of money. So That's my opinion as we're about to start with the first round. Should be good. I think first round knockout, we'll see if I'm wrong. Good markets on the first, second and third. I think it'll be the first. I think Khan will piece him up and get him out of here. But the crowd love him. The crowd absolutely love him. I think he sold at 8,000. Probably could have sold out more, I think. Bit of boxing news as well. Murata has knocked out Rob Brandt, and Kovalev is signed to fight Yard next month, August 24th. So Khan stepping forward and Billy Dib is circling on the outside of the ring. Billy Dib showing his movement. Khan clinching as they nearly go to the floor, showing some wrestling. King against the kid. Oh, none of that stuff. The first fight, Samuel Peter versus Hughie Fury, was boring. Absolutely boring. And it ended prematurely. Really weird. Weird fight. Ends really weirdly. Khan with a jab gets through. Steps away from Billy Dib. He's not quite just as explosive just yet as it was against Le Greco. Billy jumps in, clinches, and then gets in a right to the body. Referee Ian... They've flown out Ian John Lewis for this fight. Fucking hell. To be fair, in the first round, Dib showing a bit of movement to get out of the way from Khan. But Khan is backing him up with jabs. Maybe it is one of those things where Khan is just looking to entertain the crowd and make this go a little bit longer. Billy tries to jump in with a lunging leaping jab, sorry. Completely misses. Gets a warning from the ref. So my chat box as well hasn't been working, which is a shame. Oh, Khan connects with... What is that? What happened there? Khan connected with a couple of shots. A couple of shots connected, and then Dib dodged a couple of shots, and then Dib tried to come in with a jab and just like buckled. I don't know if it actually did affect him as much as then he was trying to show off that it didn't. Yeah, Billy Dib is showing good angles, to be fair, and is able to get out of the way of some of Khan's punches, which is pretty good. I should have had a chat box thing that should be working on my stream. Unfortunately, it's not, which is a shame. Maybe it's no, it hasn't shown up, which is a shame. So here's the two connected punches, 1 and 2, I think, got through. It's not showing the ones that after. It's an uppercut kind of glanced through. So I would have lost my £5, unfortunately. Oh well. Hughie Fury is sitting there in the ring, outside in the ring, sorry. Yeah, I think Khan's just gonna ride this out a little bit. Give people a bit of a show. Dib didn't really offer that much, to be fair. I don't think he's got the power to hurt Khan. Although, who knows? Catch him sweetly enough, and then you might. Just atmosphere is a bit dead. It's the clinching, like they're going for the 1-2, and the clinching from Dib is literally like a mirror of the 1-2 kind of clinching that Dib did on Crawford. Oh, caught him there with the left as Dib came in. Caught him again. Dib doesn't want to jump in, and he's trying to show his bravado and macho against Khan, but getting caught again. Khan, I think, finding his rage out. Drops him. Drops Billy Dib. Second round. I think Khan's going to jump in now and try and finish this. We'll see. This will be a telling of whether it's going to... I don't think Billy Dib is quite clear just yet. It might have been just a bit of a flash, but... Yeah, Amir's just bullying him at the moment. Stronger, faster. Yeah, so Khan isn't really looking to step on the gas. And now he is. I take that back. Yeah, you're showing good hand speed now against Billy Dib when, you know, this is all well and good against Dib. Overhand right from Dib, 2 overhand rights. Khan misses with another couple of punches as Dib walks him back to the ropes. Well, they have to do at least 2 rounds for £7 million work. Yeah, I think Khan's going to let this go some rounds. Khan can stop him at will. I think he's showing that. Dib will make out of this round, I think. Atmosphere is so strange. Atmosphere is really strange. They're not like a British crowd. They're very like observant and then appreciative when action happens. It's very strange. It doesn't seem very lit, as the kids would say. Stars are watching this as well. So strange. This is very strange. I think the WBSS put on a better like show-wise. This is just a little bit like, I don't know if this is an Amir Khan Promotions thing of put this on. I mean, Matchroom was supposed to be like promoting the show and putting things on, and I think it would have probably turned out a little bit better. This is just a little bit strange for me. I think Matchroom probably done well actually in not choosing to co-promote on this. Good body shot from Khan. Dib felt that. Stop boxing for what? What's happened? Oh, it's Khan's. Is it Dib's? Oh, so Khan's gum shield came out there. Don't know how. And he's just replaced his gum shield with another one. Or was it Dib? I don't know. Oh, both of them forgot their gum shields. This is so strange. So strange this is.
Taking way too long, gives him a bit of time to recover from that blistering burst from Khan at the start of the round. Shocking shots there from Khan. Dib, of course, has got no answer here, Richie.
Just held his feet a second too long.
there, Dib, in the centre of the ring. Just to tee off with those fast combinations. The movement in the opening seemed to serve him well.
Dib got a good shot, good jab in on Khan, which is pretty good. We're just under 2 minutes left of this round. Dib will just circle on the outside and trying to avoid Khan's shots. Khan again coming in, backs Billy Dib up on the ropes.
For all his skill, and there's plenty of it from Billy Dib over the years, he just can't live with the size and the hand speed here of Khan.
Drew out another couple of good shots from Amir.
Took it this time, Khan didn't really punish him.
Too far out again. He's the top. He's got away with that there, Billy Dib. Starting the attack too far out. Misses the target. Falls in. You cannot afford to make them mistakes against boxers.
Another good shot from Khan as he backs Billy Dib up onto the ropes. Good body shot.
That was a good shot. Left up to the body there.
And Dib's still feeling that. Fighting man, of course, he was calling Khan in there.
Man, there's just like, where are they sitting? It's like steps. There's like people sitting on steps as well. It's so strange. Don't know what sort of. I don't know what to say about this. Really weird. Good shot from Khan. I think this is literally Khan just playing with Billy Dib. He'll end it whenever he wants. He steps up on points and then gives Billy Dib a chance to breathe and get his wits back with him. Steps it up again. Whenever Khan wants to end this, he will. I just think he's putting on a bit of a show. It's a little bit of an exhibition for the fans, and given exactly essentially the £7 million worth of what Khan can show for the Saudi Arabians. That's literally what this is, and he'll get another lot of money soon in that Pacquiao fight when the Saudis throw all that money at Manny Pacquiao. So strange.
What they're making of it. Hard to tell, really.
So they said it's sold out 7,000, 8,000, but there's loads of seats. There are loads of seats available. Don't know if it's just people who just left because it's been so bloody boring. Good shot from Billy Dib to the body, left hook. Another good shot in return from Khan. Good body shot from Khan on Dib.
Yeah, big shots there from Khan. There's a look about Khan now, isn't there? The confidence, and I think he's felt the power of Dib. And he's not as cautious now, Khan. Not that he was cautious at the start, but if you look onto the way he's boxing, the way his feet have slowed a little bit now, he's looking forward, and I think he fancies taking Billy Dib on a little bit.
Yeah, two quick body shots and Billy Dib's down again. Fourth round. Towels come in. It's over. Yeah. Towels in. Billy Dib loses. The corner throws it in. What to say here? What to say? I want to watch it back again. I don't think Dib was getting smashed a bit. Well, at times he was getting smashed, but I mean, it wasn't like anything to throw the towel in for. I suppose Dib got his money. Give him 4 rounds, got his money, and avoid any kind of lasting damage. Let's have a look. playing it back now. Body shot, 2 body shots, then a left hook and a right hook that kind of lands on the top of head, which drops Dib. Nothing too... Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna see what Kukan calls out afterwards, and then probably end this because, yeah, this has been very underwhelming in my opinion. Back to what we expect, but against Billy Dib, come on. If we get more of this against, you know, against... Man, I don't know. I don't know what to say, actually. Not a lot coming back at all, you're right. Yeah, you can't put Pacquiao in there. Pacquiao would do a lot more than that. There's a hype man in there as well. It's so strange. He might as well be fighting in his house. Got a hype man making the crowd shout for him here. Yeah, Pacquiao vs Thurman is next week. That'll be good. Good fight, that. Don't know who's going to win it. I'm not going to predict the winner. I'm just there to enjoy that fight. I think there's 2 really good fighters there. Pacquiao maybe not the Pacquiao he was before, but he's still really, really good. He can still fight in really good fights. I'm glad he beat Broner. Thurman, I like Thurman quite a bit. Thurman has beat some good fighters in Garcia and Porter. Next week as well, you got Rivas and White. Unfortunately, I won't be live streaming for it because I am at a friend's birthday, but I'll be keeping up with the action. As this comes to a close, we'll hear who Amir Khan is going to call out or say after the fight. Say what he has to say after the fight. If you're new to the channel, please do like and subscribe. I have much more boxing content coming the way. I have a contender intro. It's an intro to a series I'm doing, throwing in some jokes and talking about the action on the Contender series. If you watched it back in the day, it's a great TV series. So I'm going back, watching it, putting some jokes in. Hopefully I'll make you laugh. Check out the intro first to see the style of how I'm going to look back on it. And then check out the first episode, which is out already. And I've got a series that I'm doing called Shit Boxing Fans Say, which looks into, obviously, what some crazy people say about boxing. So it looks at the Ruiz versus Joshua fight, and it talks about we look at people saying that the fight was fixed, AJ being cloned, which is just crazy. So I make some jokes in there as well. So it's basically boxing content to make you laugh. Hopefully make you laugh in those videos, but do check them out because I think they're quite funny. I like to see you guys laugh because boxing is a bit serious at the moment. What with the contracts and things going back and forth and making fights, I like the funny sides of it. You know, Samuel Peter wasn't Samuel Peter of 11 years ago. Well, we can all laugh at the who next thing. So I like laughing at that sort of stuff in boxing. So that's kind of what I look to do on my channel, as well as covering these fights as well. So if you're into that sort of stuff, do check them out. This fight is ended. Give my closing thoughts now. My closing thoughts are pretty much that this is really strange. Jeddah has held the World Boxing Super Series, or at least Saudi Arabia has. I can't remember if it was Jeddah, but Saudi Arabia has held the WBSS, which was just a lot more of a better show. Prince Patel, although it wasn't on the undercard, Prince Patel lost, and I guess talking's got to stop, I suppose. I doubt he will. Then Samuel Peter versus Hughie Fury was just a total non-event. I thought maybe Samuel Peter would pose a little bit of an obstacle to Hughie Fury, but it just wasn't. A series of low blows meant that the fight just wasn't. A series of low blows by Peter meant that he got warned, he got a point knocked off, and eventually he low blowed Hughie Fury, who then the ref told him to break. On the break, Peter kept trying to throw, and then the ref kind of pushed him off. He got pushed to the back of the ropes. He tried to throw another punch, which then connected with the ref a little bit, causing the ref's nose to bleed. And then apparently Peter's shoulder got dislocated, which meant that he couldn't continue on with the fight. So a strange ending to a strange fight in a strange place. Just strange. Then Khan versus Dib. I thought it'd end in the first round, but it didn't. I think Khan was looking to show a little bit of what he could do. He dropped Dib, I think, at least twice. I think eventually Khan knew that he could fight him, drop him and finish the fight at any point. Just ended in the fourth. This is a bit of a non-event. I think there'll be better events in Jeddah down the line, because they've got the money in the bankroll to do that and bring in other fighters. If that Pacquiao fight happens next, I don't know, but I think that's what Khan's going to look for, or just another fight in Jeddah. Can't begrudge him getting 7 million for this, because Khan's had a career. He can do what he wants at this point. But yeah, this is just very strange. So if you've been with me the whole way and you're not subscribed, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my videos. Check out the contender intro and the shit boxing fan say, because I think you'll really enjoy it. This has been Take Ames, and for now, peace.
Because they could have let him out the next round or the round after that, but it was a compassionate act, and they threw him down at the right time. He was going to get hurt.
You said during the first or second round to me off air, you said
Gonna look for
almost like to see Amir Khan throw fewer punches.
Set himself.
Yeah, set himself. Just expand on that.
Yeah. See, when you set yourself and you throw fewer shots, you're going to land more, because this guy just wasn't physically a real physical presence for Amir. He couldn't back Amir up at any point in the fight, and all Amir actually did is do exactly what he did in round 3 and round 4, tuck his hands up